Hello, it's Nick Marine with Marine Plumbing Service. Today we're going to show you how to replace an old tub and shower valve with a new, updated tub and shower valve. Let's get started with that valve right now. Removing the old valve now. This is your main water shutoff. This is called a ball valve. There's a ball inside here that rotates. We just shut off all the water to the house. We're ready to start replacing our valve upstairs. Once we open up something down here in the basement, we can start draining the upstairs floors. So what we're doing here now is opening the water. Once I open this water, you'll see the amount of volume coming down because it's a 3-story house. Even though we turn off the water here in the basement, there's a lot of head pressure and water remaining in the system. So all that excessive pressure you just saw was from the 3 stories just pounding down here. So that's going to continue running until all the pipes upstairs are drained out. It'll stop at one point when I open up a valve on the 3rd story. It'll break the air gap and continue allowing air in, which will push the rest of the water of the house down to the basement into this fixture. We're going to go ahead and remove the handle with a 4-in-1 screwdriver. Pull it out. See what I'm going to do is remove this faceplate, screws. Take my flathead screwdriver, pry off this. You can see there's no caulk. You can see where the mold was getting back in there and leaking a little bit. We're going to remove the tub spout with an Allen wrench. And we're going to take our keyhole saw and make an incision in through the behind the shower valve, through the drywall, so we can get a center point to the back wall so we can start cutting out our drywall. And you will see inside is where your actual valve is. Next step, we're going to cut out the old tub and shower valve. There you go. With one hand, there it is, the old valve. Okay, we're outside now to do as much soldering as we can outside to keep the gases from inside that tight confined space. What we want to do is we want to go ahead and instead of screwing this male adapter in here and putting Teflon tape on it and then soldering in here, that solder joint would make this tape or Teflon pipe dope melt. So what I'm trying to do is preheat this or make this fitting like this. We're going to screw this in and then we'll solder back here so it doesn't affect this joint. Now what we're going to do, the next step is, you can see the hole that we have to work with. We're going to dry fit. What I mean by dry fit, we're going to cut all the copper, fit it in place dry, slide the couplings on, the fittings, and then we'll be ready to start soldering. Okay, now we're on the other side of the shower. We have everything roughed in for our spout and the valve itself. Now we're going to put on the American Standard trim plate. Already you can see how impressive that is. Really heavy gauge material there. Hands. It's working nice and easy. There you go. You can tell the difference when you use good quality products. This will last for years. Now we're going to go ahead and pull the insulation back from the ceiling down, which we pushed up so we don't cause a fire, and I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we're going to take the acrylic silicone. I'm just going to put a small bead around this opening. This does have tension on this, but because it's such a large hole, I'm going to go ahead and make this a more permanent setting. Okay, now that we've installed our valve, up next we'll be installing our caulk and faceplate, and we'll talk about hot limit safeties.